Hello students, a warm welcome to this session. The topic covered in this session is resume writing and letter of application. This is a topic from your unit 5 of the paper Business Communication BBA 3rd semester. I am Rachna Mishra, Assistant Professor Commerce at Government Naveen Mahavidyalaya, Kharora. Now starting the topic, let us see what resume writing is. A resume or CV, that is curriculum vitae, is the most important document in the job hunting process. When you look for a job, when you start looking for a job, this is the first document you must prepare. It is the first introduction of the candidate to the employer and explains the candidate's background. The first time the employer comes across the details of the candidate through his or her resume. Let us discuss what is the purpose of the resume or what a resume is supposed to serve. So a resume will help you to get you an interview call. A resume is not the guarantee for a job, but it should try to get you an interview call at the first instance. A resume is a marketing piece that presents you in the job market in the best possible way. Because you have prepared it. You have prepared it, and this is a statement document which tells the employer about your background. And remember, it is not an application. What a resume does? It draws a positive and factual picture of you. Factual picture means a picture containing all the facts related to your background. Sets a positive tone for the interview. Guides the interviewer in what to ask, because it gives a preview to the interviewer. What are the areas you are strong at? What are the areas you have worked for earlier? So it provides a stage for making the questions or asking the question to the interviewee. Influences people who approve the hiring, because the whole effort is only to get the job. Establish your eligibility for the job or the post. Now coming to the designing of a resume. How to design a resume? You should design your resume or curriculum vitae in such a way that indicates you are the ideal candidate for the job. That is, you possess the right skills, experience, behavior, attitude that the employer is seeking. So it should be a document which tells the employer that I am the right candidate for the job. Now let us discuss resume writing in detail. Coming to the essentials of resume writing. That means what are the points which you have to keep in your mind while designing a resume, writing a resume. So the first and the foremost important point is choose a job target. Choose a job target means what is the job you are looking for. Know the purpose of your resume. Make your resume company specific. Never prepare a generic resume. This is very important factor. Usually people they prepare a resume and they send it everywhere. So it should not be like this. It should be company specific. For each and every company, you have to make necessary changes to your resume. Prepare a fresh one with the changes, and then you should send it to the company. Never ever send the resume which is already prepared with you and you go on sending to the different companies. So it will not serve the purpose. It should be easy to read, simple, crisp and to the point. Unnecessary detailing should be avoided. The second point is analyze what skills and experiences are needed. Before preparing any resume, you have to first think about what are the skills which are demanded or needed by the company. Find the information from job advertisement, in employer's job description. In the advertisement itself, sometimes the description is given what you are supposed to do in the company, what you are expected to do in the company. Talk to someone already working in the field. This helps a lot. Ask them about the prerequisites to the job. What kind of preparation is required for the job? You can ask the person who is already there in the field. The third one is listing your strongest skills. Tell your employer how your skills are helpful in achieving the desired results of the company. This is a kind of statement you are making in which way you are contributing to the company. You will be useful for the company. For example, if the target job is service representative or you are applying for a job of a service representative, the relevant skills you should mention as verbal skills. Verbal skills means you are able to talk to people, communicate with the people. Problem solving skills, customer care skills, computer skills. So this way you have to present your skills in a list, and these skills should be related to the target job you are applying for. Now coming to the next point, achievements or accomplishments. List your achievements. Whatever you have achieved in the past till date, you must mention it. Mention your experience in the field. If you are new in the field, talk about your enthusiastic and positive approach towards achieving your goals, because you have nothing to say about the past experience. But still you can market yourself by telling them how enthusiastic you are to work in a new environment, and you have a very positive approach towards the things. For example, job objective is electronic sales representative. This is direct sales and product demonstration. You should tell them about your achievements in the following way. Like, this is just an example. Set sales record for 3 consecutive months. Exceeded quotas and increased sales in largest territory. Set up effective retail displays of items in supermarkets and stores. Inventoried and recorded display materials. So this gives an indication that you know what are the functions in the related field, and you have accomplished the goals of the previous companies. Your resume must contain action statements. This means in a given situation, how did you react? What were the actions taken by you? This you have to tell in the resume. Think about what problem existed in your workplace. What action did you take to resolve the problem? What were the beneficial result of your action? This actually tells the company that you are a go-getter. That means whatever problem is there, the way you handle the things is represented by your action statements. For example, increased account base by 50% at 2 locations. Developed friendly, supportive relationship with shop customers, building a loyal base of repeat customers. Advised callers on how to make connections. Assembled materials and reports. Developed greatly improved filing system, saving time. So these are the certain examples which indicate that you have to tell about certain very important actions you have taken in your previous organizations. The next important factor is listing all your jobs, all your previous jobs. List your most recent job first, then your earlier jobs. Arrange them chronologically. Chronologically means period wise, date wise. Include all jobs if you are young and have very little work experience, because you have nothing much to show to them, show to the employer. Include all jobs that show experience related to your job objective. This is the next option. If you are not very new, you can just include those jobs which are related to your targeted job profile. Include any kind of internship, etc. if it is helpful in proving that you have skills and experience. Omit jobs that were very brief unless they are related to your current job target. Sometimes you just work for 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, like that. So if it is not very much necessary to mention it in your resume, avoid it. During listing your jobs, if you have any gaps in your work experience, mention about your engagement during that period as gracefully as possible rather than leaving a gap. You should not hide anything, and you should state what you have done during that gap period. For example, 2009 to 11 full-time parent, 2015-16 maternity leave and family management. Just example sake, 2005 to 8 you were full-time student. So anything what you have done during that gap period must be mentioned. While preparing your resume, you should list all kind of training and education you have taken. Mention about training taken, workshops attended by you which may be contributing to the target job profile. Tell any certification course done in the relevant field. Mention any other value addition to your skill set. Most important point is avoid those courses, training, etc. done by you which in no way related to your current target job. Coming to the next essential point, choose a format for listing your past experience or writing action statements. Now, the format may be chronological or functional. Now, let us see what chronological and functional format means. Chronological. Chronological means your work experience is arranged in order by dates of the jobs you have held with the most recent first. That means the most recent job must be mentioned first and the earlier jobs later. Choose chronological if you are staying in the same field and you have an unbroken employment history. Not strictly unbroken, but mostly you are in the same field and continuously you are working in the field. Now, the functional format. Functional format means your work experience is described by emphasizing the skills involved. For example, you have to mention the relevant skill, skill number 1, skill number 2, like that. For example, skill number 1 is handling direct sales. Something I did using that skill means here you will have to mention what exactly you have done under that skill, using that skill. Like demonstrated the products and convinced the customers or handled their problems. And that skill and action statement, under this you have to mention in how many companies you have worked, in what job title you have worked, the city, state, dates. So this format is to be maintained. Now you will have to take the skill number 2 and under which what have you done and what was the job title, what was the company you have worked for, what is the city, states, and what are the dates in which you have worked in those companies. So this is how first you have to mention the relevant skill, that was a functional format, and under this when you mention all kinds of job title, company, city, states, dates, it can be arranged in chronological form. So functional form, and under this chronological form. So as we have covered all the essentials of writing a resume, there are certain reminders before finalizing the resume. Let us go through them. Proofread for grammar and punctuation. This is very important. Any resume containing any kind of grammatical mistake or punctuation mistake, it gives a very bad impression. Check the spellings. Get feedback from someone who are experienced in the field. You should show the resume to them and ask about the opinion. Update your resume. Make it a habit. Every time when you look into your resume, you have to update your resume with your latest skills, including your latest skills, latest achievements. Update your experience. So updation is very much essential. Unless you are sure that some of your hobbies will add to the target job profile, do not mention it. Usually people have this habit of mentioning your hobbies, listening to the song, but that may not be relevant for the job profile, so you should avoid it. Resume should not be lengthy, not more than 2 or 3 pages. It should be crisp, simple. Do not use pictures and graphics unless asked for. Some of the job profiles which actually essentially require some of the pictures and graphics, like if you are going for a designer interview, so you will have to dress designing interview, something like that, then you have pictures and graphics to show to the employer, but otherwise these things are not to be shown in the resume. As you have finished with the first part of this lecture, that is resume writing, coming to the next important point, that is writing an application letter. What an application letter is? A letter that you write to a company or organization when you are applying for a job. The letter of application is like a personal sales letter made to the future employer, because you are selling yourself to the employer. The purpose is to secure an interview letter and finally a job. Now let us go through the format of a standard application letter. It should contain the heading, then inside address, salutation, body of the letter, complimentary clause and signature. Heading contains the sender's detail, like if you are applying for the job, your detail should be there. Then inside address, the address of the company where you are applying, to the director, to the principal, like that. Then salutation, addressing the person to whom you are applying, dear sir, respected sir, like that. Body of the letter means what exactly you are writing there, the content you write in the application. Then complimentary clause. Complimentary clause means yours faithfully. Then signature. Signature of the applicant. That is, if you are applying for the job, you will have to sign it. This is a standard format. Now this is an example. I have taken one example for this standard format. Like heading is to be written like this. Then inside address, to whom you are addressing, Dr. Krishnakant, President, Core Electronics Limited, whatever the post held by the person, you have to mention it. Then salutation, depending upon the person you are addressing, you have to change the salutation. The body of letter, it should not be very lengthy, and then it should conclude with the complimentary clause, very truly yours, like that, and you have to make the signature. So that is all about the letter of application. You may go for so many formats which are available. Depending upon the company, you have to change the format a little bit, but the standard format usually remains this. So that is all about letter of application. So thank you very much and have a very nice day.